Today's obituaries are brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home. Funeral services for Betty A.F. Lackey, age 83, of Vinemont, will be at 2 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Brother James Burnham will officiate burial in Mount Zion Methodist Cemetery. Teddy Herman Blaylock, Jr., age 47, passed away Saturday. Services will be at 5 p.m. today at Dorsey Creek Mission. Interment in the church cemetery. He will lie in state at the church from 3 to 5 p.m. Funeral services for Glenda Sue York, age 62, of Cullman, will be tomorrow at 2 p.m. at Moss Service Funeral Home Chapel. Reverend Charles York officiating. Burial will follow in Cullman Memory Gardens. Moss Service is directing. Visitation will be this afternoon from 6 p.m. until 9 p.m. at the funeral home. And funeral services for Evelyn Pierce Sparks, age 94, of Cullman, will be at 1 p.m. Friday at Cullman Heritage Funeral Home Chapel. Interment will be in Cullman City Cemetery. And visitation will be tomorrow evening from 6 p.m. until 8 p.m. and will take place at the funeral home. Those are our obituaries for today, brought to you by Moss Service and Hansville Funeral Home.
Premier Bank presents Today on 2. It is Wednesday, the 15th day of October. We missed a good one yesterday.
What was yesterday?
Yesterday was dessert day.
Oh,
you were supposed to get a double helping.
Oh, and I didn't get any dessert yesterday.
I didn't either.
I'll have to make up for it today.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Let's start with our weather for today, brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. And we'll start with the weather almanac for the 15th of October. The average high 76, the average low 61, the record high 87, 1953, the record low 29, 1987. Sunset will be at 6:13, sunrise at 6:53 tomorrow. The satellite picture shows the storm activity is headed out off the coast, I guess, and hopefully that's it for a while. We have typical October weather for the next few days. Here's our forecast. High today, 62 with a slight chance of rain. Overnight low tonight, 49. Tomorrow, 69 for a high temperature. And then the extended forecast for Friday through the weekend. High of 77 on Friday, 73 Saturday, well, the low to mid-70s, and no rain in the forecast for a while. I think we caught up.
Well, the lake is full. Potomac Lake is full, so.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about that. Ponds filled up, the lake filled up, yeah. Let's see, Gourd Show. We need to talk about the Gourd Show. We're going to talk about that in length today.
We really are. We're going to visit.
We have a slide that we'll show you.
Yeah, I just want to remind everybody that it is this weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 9 until 5, Sunday 10 to 4. And it's admission for $3. Children 12 and under get in free. And we're going to be talking in just a few minutes with Miss Katie Westmorland, and she's going to give us all the details, and she's brought some awesome gourds along. So we're going to visit with her. Yeah.
Just, let's see, we need to, okay, you can see some of the gourds we're going to show you and talk about here in just a little bit. Facebook friend for
we have
today.
A Facebook friend. We don't want to forget about our Facebook friend. Who is that? It is Christopher Gable, and Christopher likes the Atlanta Braves and Brad Paisley. So very good, Christopher. Thanks for being our friend, and we are going to, of course, give him that certificate so he can get his large barbecue sandwich from Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, located right there in the Berlin Quick Stop.
Just quickly, I want to tell you a story on how to get your power restored.
Okay.
'Cause a lot of us were without power for many, many hours.
Yes,
the last
definitely.
couple of days.
Yeah.
Here's what worked at our house.
Okay.
You get your picnic cooler out.
Uh-huh.
We have it stored in the garage. You get the picnic cooler out. You go buy a couple of bags of ice.
Uh-huh,
Go
okay.
to a convenience store, something like that. Get a couple of bags of ice. Put those in the picnic cooler, and then take everything out of the refrigerator that's perishable.
Okay.
Put that in the ice in the picnic cooler. Wait about 5 minutes, and then the power comes on.
Right. It works every time.
Worked just perfectly.
Very good. So that's our tip for the day, okay?
We have a double header today.
We do. We mentioned Miss Katie Westmorland, of course, with the Alabama Gourd Society, but also Miss Deb Laslie is here to talk about that book signing she's got going on tomorrow night. Yee-hoo! She wants to make sure that everybody comes by and visits Jeff High. Jeff High? Yeah, okay. Very good. All right, so we're going to get right into it, so we have plenty of time to talk to our guests.
Okay, we'll talk to Katie right after this.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
We've got a safe driver headed toward the freeway. He is doing 44 in a 45. Now
In the
looks like
nation,
he's headed
Safe
into
just got a
tunnel.
little
That
more
lights are coming on.
exciting.
That's
Add vanishing
dark in there. That's
deductible
good.
from Nationwide Insurance and get
All right,
$100 off for every year of
Blinker is
safe
on.
driving. Just another way we put members first, because we don't have
Just look at that.
shareholders.
Bill, that's the perfect merge. That was flawless.
Nationwide is on your side.
As soon as you've conquered coq au vin, there's chocolate to souffle. There's baklava to build from scratch, and béarnaise to top epic fillets. There is you and your guts, and heat that you can trust. KitchenAid Even Heat technology gives you incredible control over sautéing, melting, and simmering, and the most even baking across all racks. And when everything you try turns out, there's so much more to make.
Own Your Own Home Furnishings is locally owned and operated by Dan Stevens, offering bedroom furnishings including mattresses and bedding, living room furnishings including sofas, loves, and recliners, dinettes, appliances, and more. Not in stock? We'll order it. King mattresses starting at just $5.99, queen mattresses starting at $4.99, and adjustable beds with queen memory foam starting at $14.99. Great prices, brand names, cash or payments, free delivery, $20 for referrals. Located at 315 4th Street Southwest. Call 256-734-4545. We make it easy, you make it happen.
We are going to talk about one of the most popular events that happens in Coleman each year, the Alabama Gourd Show.
Yes, it
and
is,
Katie
a biggie.
Westmorland is with us to talk about the event. Hi, Katie.
Good morning.
Thank you for being with us
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Let's start with show and tell. Are these all your products?
Yes, sir.
Oh, so you're really diversified, huh? I was thinking that this might be a combination of things, but
No, these are all my artwork here.
okay. So you are a member of the Alabama Gourd Society,
Yes,
right?
ma'am.
And you said the National. Is
The
that
American.
American,
Gourd
yeah. So,
Society as well.
wow, I didn't realize that existed, but I guess I should have. But so, where do you come up with some of your ideas? Let's start with this one right here. Let's
Okay.
see if Miss. There we go. Look at this. Look how gorgeous this piece is. What made you just, where do you decide to get these ideas, and how do you get them, and whatever? Do you create them yourselves, or do you have a book you look at?
I'd love to take credit for it.
Okay.
But we have a lot of wonderful teachers, and we take a lot of wonderful classes, Each month we have a patch class, and I'm a member of 3 patches. So I meet
Okay.
3 times a month in a different group, and we work on different techniques.
Wow.
As well as we have classes at the Gourd Show. And at the Gourd Show we have teachers come from out of state, and some famous teachers that are known in the art world as far as gourds go.
So whether you're a novice and just starting out, or if you're really experienced and it's a good time to go to the Gourd Show and maybe take some of those classes?
Yes, and there are still some available.
Okay, because they fill up pretty quickly, don't they?
They do, and we do have one famous artist. Her name is Pamela Red Hawk, and she is from out west, and she is well known in the gourd world, and her classes will fill up fast. So if you want to take a class with her, you need to get online and register.
Okay, I'm interested in this one. Is this like a
that is a thunder gourd.
Thunder gourd.
Yes.
Whoa.
Let me help you.
Oh my goodness. And look at this, lightning on the back side. Oh, and this is a gator on the front side. Okay, but that is cool. Now that's something a little unusual. I thought it was some sort of wind chime, but it does more than just chime with, oh my gosh. Okay, this is fantastic.
Thank you. That idea came from a man in Idaho named Ron Swank, and he also does a lot of corn silk flutes and the such. And he come up with the thunder gourd, and he teaches classes on that.
Oh.
So I took that class from him.
Okay, all righty. And then just whimsical. I love this little guy.
Yes.
Look how cute this is.
I found him in a book, and I just had to do him. And I had to collect a certain kind of gourd. This is a coyote gourd, and this gourd does not grow around here. It grows only out west in the wild.
Oh.
And the trick to these is their skin is real thin, so they're real easy to break. So they're a little bit more of a challenge to work with, but very rewarding, as you can see.
Yeah, how adorable is that? Okay, and then I'm going to do this guy over here too, because I think he's kind of interesting. Look at him. Now he's cute. He's a little scarecrow. And of course, this is gourd. This is wood. That's all gourd though? His head and everything is all a gourd,
correct? Yes, it's actually 2
correct?
different kinds of gourds put together.
Oh, okay.
So we have I think this is a birdhouse gourd, and then this is probably an egg gourd.
Okay.
And they were cut and glued together.
Okay. And he's got his little scarf around his neck, so you can't even tell that he's got 2 different kinds of gourds on him. Okay. All righty. And then these to me seem to be the ones that are really intricate and hard to work with, and a lot of detail and take a lot of time to do, I would think, right?
They do take a lot of time.
Okay.
But it is worth it.
Okay. Tell us a little bit, what is this? What is the vine?
That is quick copper.
Okay.
And it's a workable fixative that you work together like a J.B. Weld type item.
Okay.
And you form it and shape it, and then you can put your texture on there. And it takes about 20 minutes for it to dry. So you have to work with it kind of quickly. That's why it's called quick copper.
Right.
It sets real
and
quick.
then you just attach it to the gourd, and then it adheres to the gourd. And then okay. But oh, how pretty that is. Okay.
Thank you.
All righty. And then let's do this one right here too. This one's gorgeous.
This
now,
is a class I took in Huntsville at
Okay.
the Huntsville Patch.
Okay.
And this is stain on the outside. We wood burned the bird, and then you stipple the background, and then you paint over the stippling.
wow. And stippling is like a D kind of thing with a special little
Done with a
instrument.
Dremel tool.
Okay. Okay. Very good.
We use a lot of woodworking tools
Okay.
to work on the gourds.
Okay.
Anything you can do on wood, you can pretty much do on a gourd.
Right, very interesting. Well, let's talk a little bit about the Gourd Show itself. That is taking place this weekend,
It is.
right? Okay, so give me some details.
Saturday and Sunday. Saturday will be open 9 to 5, $3 admission. Kids 12 and under are free. There will be a free kids patch for the kids to come and make a gourd necklace, and they can take that home right with them that day.
Okay.
We will have demonstrations every hour, free demonstrations. Then we'll also have our exhibit room where we have competition.
Oh, yes,
And
that's so impressive.
That's really exciting.
Wow, yeah.
Yes, and even if you are not a member of the Gourd Society, you may enter for competition.
Oh, okay.
So if you have a gourd at home and you're not quite yet decided if you're going to become a member, you are welcome to come and bring your wares to be judged. And the judging will take place Friday evening at 6 o'clock. I think the cutoff to get your entries in will be 5 o'clock. And then Sunday we're open 10 to 4.
Well, very good. Sounds like a great opportunity for people to get out there and gourd shop. Because
Yes.
I always like to buy a gourd.
We'll
when
have
I'm
over
there.
40 vendors of
Yeah.
just gourds.
Before we finish, tell us about your pin.
This is a gourd piece. This the dress of my doll is a gourd piece, and we've just decorated it and put beads on there for hair and arms and legs.
How cute is that? How cute is that? Well, thank you so much. Just want to remind everybody, though, this weekend is the Gourd Show, Saturday and Sunday.
Yes.
Very good.
Thank
Katie.
you.
We'll be back and talk to Deb Laslie right after this.
Fire, accident, storm. They all happen in Coleman County, and for 3 generations, Night Free Insurance has been there for you. Continuing today with Elliott and Westcott Free, customizing your life, home, auto, and business insurance with companies like Auto Owners, State Auto, and Southern Guarantee. Call Westcott, Elliott, Judy, Tina, Angie, or Nelda. Night Free Insurance, where people are the difference.
Senator Paul Busman is recognized statewide as an outstanding leader in the state Senate by tirelessly and continuously working for the people of Coleman County. He will continue to fight for working families by bringing more and better jobs to Coleman County. His record in the Alabama Senate proves he stands up for conservative values and principles as District 4 Senator. Coleman County Coroner candidate Jeremy Kilpatrick is currently the Deputy Coroner for Coleman County. He served in the Army for 12 years, 4 as a paramedic and 8 in emergency medical services. Jeremy is married with 6 children, a member of Temple Baptist Church, and a volunteer for the Battleground Fire Department. He is also unassociated with any funeral home. He is well trained and deserves your vote for Coroner of Coleman County. Mike Graves is 100% opposed to the federal government controlling our schools through the Common Core. He believes local schools should control teaching curriculum, and teachers and parents should be given every opportunity to express their suggestions on how to best educate Coleman County students. Our schools do not need federal government bureaucrats telling them how to teach our children. Mike has served for 18 years with Vinemont Public Works Department, and he is chief of the Providence Fire Department. He is now ready to serve his community by serving on the Coleman County School Board and keeping the federal government out of our schools. Vote Republican because they represent your principles and values. It's clear. Paid for by the Coleman County Republican Party.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Oh, hi. And we're back with Miss Deb Laslie, who practically owns the station since she comes on once a month from the bookstore. I mean, to the point where I slap her hand when she can't behave herself.
She's mean to me. She was nice to the Gourd lady.
I know, but you're a regular, so you know. But we are here to talk about this book signing that you've got going on
I'm
tomorrow night.
Happy to have Jeff High. Those of you who have read More Things in Heaven and Earth, I touched it, but I didn't move it.
I know, I'm proud of you. You're learning.
If you haven't read Each Shining Hour, it just came out last week, so not many of you have read it yet. But you need to come in and get your copy. More Things in Heaven and Earth is delightful. It's one of the best books I've read in a long time. It's one of the few books I can put in anybody's hand and say, you're going to love this.
Okay.
If you like a mystery, you're going to love it. If you like Jan Karen's Mitford series, you're going to love it. If you like a book with a little bit of humor and small town stuff in it, you're going to love it. Each Shining Hour is even better. I couldn't believe it. I thought, this is Jeff has just done so well, and he sent me the other book, and I thought, man, it's going to be, and I read the opening line, and I was just into it and read it straight through. He is going to be huge. He's going to be so big. He's going to be as big as Jan Karen It's just no doubt in my mind. This guy is such a wonderful talent. And he's a nice guy.
Oh, wow.
So unusual.
Is he cute?
Yeah, but he's married.
Oh, shucks.
Anyway.
Okay. For those poor women out there that are single, you know, but gosh,
Anyway,
what a package.
What a package. He's going to be in my store tomorrow night from 6 to 7 o'clock, 1 hour. That's all we could get him. He's that busy already. Book 3 is in progress.
Oh.
So this guy, let me tell you, he's going places. Get your books now while they're still first editions.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be that kind.
Yeah.
I've already approved this. Okay, I want you to get your cup of coffee. It's early. Get your cup of coffee.
Sit back.
Settle in a little bit. I'm going to give you a little sample of Jeff's writing. So I hope you enjoy this so very much. Travel with me to Water Valley, Tennessee. The worship service was almost a disaster this past Sunday at Water Valley First Presbyterian, and it was all because of the panties.
Okay, that'll get you. All right.
A documentary is going to be filmed at First Presbyterian Church. Secretly, the producers of the documentary were wanting to show how small-town churches who blindly clung to old-age rituals, centuries-old liturgy, and 100-year-old hymns were no longer culturally relevant and dying on the vine. This minor point was craftily not mentioned in the interview. The choir held extra practice, and Lilith Warren, the choir director for the last 20 years, had asked everyone to take their black robes home and put it through the wash. That's what caused the panty problem. Although she was the choir director, Lilith always played the organ, while Sandy Green, one of the choir members, led the singing. A single school teacher in her early 40s, she was a stalwart devotee of the choir. Not only was Sandy a good soul all the way around, she was also a good span all the way around, being a woman of modest height and considerable heft. As she always did, Sandy came in last and took a chair situated in front of the low railing and on the left side of the pulpit opposite the organ. Before Sandy sat down, she turned around to pick up the hymnal in the chair, and that's when Lilith went into a panic. Clinging to the back of Sandy's robe was a pair of leopard print panties, and not a small pair at that. It was an untimely testimony to the harsh realities of unchecked static cling. Lilith's hands were clearly occupied playing the opening voluntary, so there was no chance of offering some hand signal to Sandy. It probably wouldn't have helped much anyway, given that there's no universal consensus on a hand gesture for underwear. As soon as Lilith finished the processional music, Joe Dawson was on his feet, delightedly addressing the congregation with the announcements for the week, and then immediately plunging into the call to worship. Joe knew that even if you loved the centuries-old liturgy, you still had to bring a little energy to it. And just like that, the service was underway. Lilith had to think fast. An idea struck her, but unfortunately it would have to wait. It was time for the first hymn. While Lilith played the organ, the choir and congregation stood and sung, "Blessed be the tie that binds." For Lilith, this was a darkly symbolic thing. As she normally did, Sandy positioned herself behind the pulpit and led the congregation in the singing, all while facing forward. Fortuitously, her backside and stuck-on panties were directed toward the choir and not exposed to the congregation and the cameras. However, one by one, the members of the choir became enlightened. The sopranos in the front row noticed it first. This sent a ripple of wide-eyed and shocked disbelief up and down the line. Jittery nods and sideways glances shot everywhere, and hymnals were lifted to cover desperate whispers. Eventually, all 30 members of the choir were paralyzed, and by the start of the second verse, they were completely silent, standing and gaping in slack-jawed wonder. Needless to say, this was a problem. Typically, the congregation at First Pres mumbled their way through the hymns, content to let the choir do all the heavy lifting, but with the choir down for the count, by midway through the second verse, the vocal part of the hymn was in danger of drying up altogether. Lilith pedaled up the organ volume and stared at the choir, singing at the top of her robust best. A few began to take their cue from her admonishing glares and re-entered the singing orbit. By the fourth verse, the choir was back on board, but the song had definitely lost some of its spiritual punch. Immediately following the hymn, Joe began the prayer of confession. With all eyes closed, it gave Lilith the opportunity to hatch her plan. She had her cell phone with her and knew that Sandy kept hers handy at all times in case there was an emergency at the nursing home regarding her grandmother. During the prayer, she began to text a message to Sandy. Cautiously, she held her phone down low and had typed as far as, "You have panties on," when she realized she had accidentally selected the wrong recipient. In her attempt to change this, she managed to hit the send button instead. She now stared at her phone in horror, dazed. The text had gone to Pastor Dawson. When she looked up, she realized Joe was staring at her. She had missed her cue to start the 3-line Kyrie of "Lord have mercy on us." She regained herself and launched into it with a vengeance. Her panic had her riding an adrenaline rush, and she played so up-tempo that the lowly dirge sounded more like a salsa. As they finished the Kyrie, Joe was still standing behind the pulpit. With a sense of terrible foreboding, Lilith awaited the inevitable ding. To her deep dread, she noticed Joe suddenly reaching through his robe pocket to discreetly retrieve his cell phone. At least she thought he had it on vibrate. Lilith was ever the optimist. With his hand carefully hidden behind the pulpit, Joe gave a quick glance to his phone. Suddenly, his normally buoyant face melted to a look of wilted confusion. Understandably, it seemed a rather untimely moment to make a slight to his manhood. He cast a puzzled sideways glance toward Lilith, who was now in a state of shock, frozen like a popsicle. Joe took a deep breath, proceeded. The scripture reading was from Psalm 42, but Joe had not completely gathered himself. The fact that he errantly said, "As the deer panties for the water, so my soul panties for you, O Lord," was probably the first clue. This perked the congregation up considerably. Quizzical glances shot around the room, and everyone leaned in, endeavoring to listen closer. This sermon had real promise. The pastor had stopped and was staring back at the crowd, but Joe Dawson was made of the right stuff. After a moment, he smiled, allowing the pause to serve as dramatic effect. He proceeded on and read the balance in his usual strong and assured delivery. Meanwhile, Lilith was thinking about the impending disaster as well as the possible need to update her resume. She knew that at the end of the scripture reading, it would be time for the anthem. Sandy would be mounting the small podium and facing the choir, with her backside and all its leopard panty glory facing the entire congregation. And with the cameras rolling, in truth, it would be much worse. Those panties would be facing the entire world. It would go viral on YouTube before Sunday lunch was over. Then the answer came to her. It washed over her in a moment of pure inspiration, casting off the numbing bounds of fear and despair. She rose from the organ bench, walked to the pulpit, and spoke in a voice of radiant confidence. "Members of the congregation, choir, and Pastor Dawson, today is a special day for us. It's not often that we get visitors here in Water Valley, especially visitors who want to so generously document our long and cherished traditions of worship. It is a little out of the norm, but I would like to pray for them and to offer thanks for the blessing of having them here." Then Lilith took a step back from the pulpit and graciously looked from side to side. "Pastor Dawson and Sandy, if you would, please come and stand with me in a show of unity while I pray." With every head bowed and every eye closed, let us pray. She prayed a sweet and lengthy prayer for the entire film crew, the cameraman, the sound man, the producers. She prayed that God would bless their work and bless their lives, and that their labors would strengthen the kingdom. Shielded behind the pulpit, she closed by saying these simple words, "Lord, we know you are with us in the hills." When saying this, she lifted her right hand above her. "And Lord, we know you walk us through the valley." Conversely, as she said these words, she dropped her hand and bent down slightly. With one eye open, she snatched those leopard panties from Sandy's backside. She snatched them if they were the embodiment of all the evil, all the doubt, all the cause of sin in this fallen world. She immediately stuffed them into the pocket of her choir robe and closed with the prayer with a hearty, "Praise the Lord, amen." The congregation would never know it, but it was mutually agreed upon by the documentary crew that in the final cut, Water Valley First Presbyterian would be heralded as a place of light and hope and promise, a place where the age-old liturgical worship still breathed new life into the humble souls gathered there. And while there will always be scoffers and doubters and retractors on the matter, for Lilith Warren, last Sunday's service made one simple truth unassailable. For Lilith, when life presents you with troubles and doubts and wayward panties, prayer is the answer. Jeff High will be in my store tomorrow night. You've got to meet him. Be blessed.
Thank you,
6 to 7 tomorrow night. It'll be dark. Just bring somebody with you.
Yeah.
The lights will be on. It'll be okay.
Okay,
Very
we'll be
good.
back with more right after this.
Now,
I sell paintings of cats.
I sell antique cameras. I sell mufflers.
Surfboard stemware.
I have no idea how to pack this.
I need help.
I need experts.
It's fragile. Can you be trusted?
The UPS Store Pack and Ship Guarantee. We pack it, we ship it, we guarantee it.
So if anything happens to this,
we'll take care of it.
I love logistics.
We pack it, we ship it, we guarantee it at the UPS Store.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Senator Paul Busman is recognized statewide as an outstanding leader in the state Senate by tirelessly and continuously working for the people of Coleman County. He will continue to fight for working families by bringing more and better jobs to Coleman County. His record in the Alabama Senate proves he stands up for conservative values and principles as District 4 Senator. Coleman County Coroner candidate Jeremy Kilpatrick is currently the Deputy Coroner for Coleman County. He served in the Army for 12 years, 4 as a paramedic and 8 in emergency medical services. Jeremy is married with 6 children, a member of Temple Baptist Church, and a volunteer for the Battleground Fire Department. He is also unassociated with any funeral home. He is well trained and deserves your vote for Coroner of Coleman County. Mike Graves is 100% opposed to the federal government controlling our schools through the Common Core. He believes local schools should control teaching curriculum, and teachers and parents should be given every opportunity to express their suggestions on how to best educate Coleman County students. Our schools do not need federal government bureaucrats telling them how to teach our children. Mike has served for 18 years with Vinemont Public Works Department, and he is chief of the Providence Fire Department. He is now ready to serve his community by serving on the Coleman County School Board and keeping the federal government out of our schools. Vote Republican because they represent your principles and values. It's clear. Paid for by the Coleman County Republican Party.
Overwhelmed by home refinancing offers from telephone solicitors and direct mail advertising, and then find you're not qualified for a specific plan? The Mortgage Center, a hometown lender, compares the rates from all home loan lenders and the qualifications of the various government programs to find a plan best suited to you. The Mortgage Center helps Coleman County people purchase and refinance their homes.
This is Pat Newton. Call us today and let us tailor a loan program to your specific needs and requirements.
We continue with more of Today on 2. We have some prizes to give away. I wish we could give away a couple of Jeff High books, but you got to go buy those.
That's right.
Jeff's Bookstore tomorrow.
He's a starving artist.
That's right. What do we have to give away for today? We have the large 5-topping pizza from Coleman Pizza Hut. We have 2 cupcakes from Frostings. And Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, the family barbecue pack. Those are the prizes for today. Here we go with our ads. We'll ask you a question, of course, about one of these ads. Starting with Cotton State Barns, where you can buy or rent to own barns starting at $14.96. They have carports, playsets, utility trailers, and storage buildings. No credit check. You're approved.
And Mr. Hicks Menswear and Formal Wear, Coleman's only men's specialty store for suits and sport coats, located right there on Compass Way. Ask about free groom's tux rental or special group pricing for men's suits and accessories.
All you can eat lunch buffet is at Pizza Hut every day, a new pizza every day, and they serve the lunch buffet from 11 till 2, priced at $6.49. Also Sunday night buffet.
And there it is. Jeff High is the author who's going to be doing his book signing at Deb's Bookstore from 6 until 7 o'clock tomorrow. Please be there at Deb's Bookstore and get you a copy of each shining hour.
Tires for less, Bridgestone and Firestone tires, but much, much more than that. They're open as early as 7:30 Monday through Friday.
And Berkeley Bob's Coffee House and Whole Earth Store, complete espresso bar, organic fair trade, shade-grown coffee beans, specialty coffees, and of course Friday night is Marion McKay. Monday night will be open mic night at Berkeley Bob's Coffee House.
Marion McKay is a torch singer. You don't hear torch singers too much. Jolly Time Rentals, fun is always in the air. To book yours, call 256-620-JOLLY.
And Grand Point Pharmacy, where they have coffee and gifts available, but also they help manage your prescriptions because they know managing your health is hard enough.
There we go with some of our merchant ads, and our question for today is about frostings.
Okay.
They list 3 flavors of the month. Tell us one of the 3.
One of my favorites.
Yeah, me too. Name one of the 3 flavors of the month for the Frostings Cupcakes. 256-734-7399 is our telephone number. We have pizza, we have cupcakes.
Yes, we do.
And we have barbecue from Mad Dog Mike's Barbecue. So those are the prizes for today. Yeah. And do we have a caller? Yes, we do have somebody who knows the answer to our question. Once again, name one of the flavors of the month at Frostings. Hello, who's on the line?
This is Julia.
Hi, Julia. From where are you calling?
Coleman.
Okay, what's the answer? What's one of the flavors of the month?
German chocolate.
That'll work.
That's very good.
German chocolate will work. Stay on the line, Julia. Thanks for calling in. Do you remember the other 2?
Pumpkin. I remember that one. And I think caramel.
And caramel apple.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hey, we're pretty good at this stuff.
Right, good.
So let's look at the rest of our merchant ads, including the Frostings ad. Farmers Insurance. Tommy Warhurst is your agent. He's on Highway 157 by Specialty Pharmacy. Call 256-338-3701 or thewarhurstagency.com.
Mad Dog Mike's Famous Barbecue, located right there in the Berlin Quick Stop, offering the family pack, which includes a pound of meat, 2 16-ounce sides, 4 buns for just $14.99.
Be Fit, a fitness facility in downtown Coleman. It's $100 per month. That includes a personal trainer, month to month, no long-term contract at Be Fit.
And the winner is pumpkin pie. Of course, pumpkin pie versed apple pie blizzards last month, and the winner is pumpkin. So go by and check out your pumpkin pie blizzard and see how yummy it really is at Dairy Queen.
Fitness opportunities are available at the Wellness and Aquatic Center. They have the full fitness center, of course, indoor walking track, aerobic and cycling classes.
The Casa Cafe specials every day, featuring tacos, fajitas, burritos, and much, much more. Buffet every Friday and Sunday, located across from the post office.
There's Frostings, flavors of the month, German chocolate, pumpkin, and caramel apple. They're in the Market Plot Center by the theater. Open 10 a.m. each day, Monday through Sunday.
Earl's Body Shop voted best automotive repair in Coleman. Large and small towing available, local or long distance. 24-hour towing available right there on Highway 31 North.
Chesley Oaks Golf Course, open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. An 18-hole golf course with 4 sets of tees to suit your ability. Chesley Oaks Golf Course in Fairview.
Mullins Body Shop, you've counted on them for over 50 years for auto body repair and service, and you can count on them today. Call Sunny, Stacy, Beth, or Jim at Mullins Body Shop.
And Steel Orchard, buy fresh hand-picked fruit. Where this is peak season right now. Over 20 different varieties of apples on County Road 1141, home of the Boogeyman Barn.
Okay.
There we go with our merchant ads for today. We'll come back and look at our birthdays and anniversaries and see what else we can come up with right after this.
On Your Own Home Furnishings is locally owned and operated by Dan Stevens, offering bedroom furnishings including mattresses and bedding, living room furnishings including sofas, loves, and recliners, dinettes, appliances, and more. Not in stock? We'll order it. King mattresses starting at just $5.99, queen mattresses starting at $4.99, and adjustable beds with queen memory foam starting at $14.99. Great prices, brand names, cash or payments, free delivery, $20 for referrals. Located at 315 4th Street Southwest. Call 256-734-4545. We make it easy, you make it happen.
Hi, I'm Jay Mullins with Premier Bank.
And I'm Jacob Mullins.
For more than 26 years, we've been providing friendly personal banking services to the citizens of Coleman and surrounding counties. We continue to provide new and improved services to our customers, and we even have a new look. So come by and see us at any of our 9 convenient locations. And remember, the same friendly personal service, and we're open on Saturdays.
Life lived in black and white is not a life lived. Today, I choose color. To see it. To feel it. To be in it. To be upon it. And to live a life surrounded by it. Today, I put on a fresh coat.
With classic bolognese behind you, there are racks of lamb ahead. There are tartlets to take on, and crazy knife skills to perfect. There is you and your muse, the appliance brand more chefs choose. Chefs choose KitchenAid for their homes more than any other brand. And when every machine does incredible things, there's so much more to make.
The community billboards are brought to you by Pepsi and Coleman Jefferson Gas. Family Fall Fest at the Cathedral of Praise will be taking place on Wednesday, October the 29th from 6 until 8:30. Inflatables, games, prizes, fun, and much, much more. Go to their website, cathedralofpraise.cog, and check them out. St. Paul's Lutheran Church is having a trunk or treat and fall festival on October the 31st from 5 until 8 in the back parking lot. Candy donations will be accepted in the church office. For more information, give them a call at 256-339-5799. And the City of Hanceville is hosting a haunted house to raise money for the city parks. It's going to be held across from the Hanceville High School, and every Friday and Saturday night in October, admission is $5. And the Dowling School reunion is going to be taking place on Saturday, November the 1st at the Dowling Memorial Park in Crane Hill. Doors are open at 10 a.m. Potluck is at noon. They will be accepting donations to help with utility bills, insurance, and upkeeping of the building and the grounds. Gospel singing will be taking place featuring 3-in-1 quartet November the 8th at 6 p.m. Miracle Church of Christ is located on Lake Hon Mountain. Food provided after the singing. For more information, give them a call at 256-734-4114. And Southern Circuit Tour of Independent Filmmakers is doing a free movie screening, Go with Le Flow, and that's going to be on Thursday, November the 13th at 6 o'clock, Wallace State Community College at the Evelyn Borough Museum. A question and answer session with the filmmakers will follow the screening. If you have something you'd like to share with us on the community billboard, just send it to our webpage, channel2coleman.com, or give us a call, 256-734-7399, or be a friend on Facebook, Channel 2 Coleman. And we'd like to wish a happy birthday to Martina Chalkley, Gabrielle Minot, maybe Joyce Nix, and Faye Ellen Jones. And of course, their names will be put into the drawing on Friday, where they have that possibility of winning an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen.
And here's the weather forecast brought to you by Mitch Smith Chevrolet on Cherokee Avenue. It will be mostly sunny today. A slight chance of rain, a high of 62. Overnight low tonight of 49, high tomorrow of 69. And we have another double header lined up for tomorrow. We will feature the entertainer from the community concert, William Florian.
Very good.
And he'll be a guest tomorrow. He's a former lead singer with the New Christy Minstrels.
Wow.
So happy to talk to him tomorrow. Yeah. He'll have folk music from the 60s. Peter, Paul, and Mary, Mamas and Papas.
Oh, that ought to be a good concert tomorrow night.
Should be real good. Yeah, so we'll talk to him tomorrow. That's our program for today, brought to you by Premier Bank.